The Erelu Kuti of Lagos is the traditional aristocrat charged with the bearing of the ritual essence of Oloyi Erelu Kuti I, an 18th-century Yoruba royal who aided in the consolidation of her homeland. Right. She finally became Lagos' first queen mother. Her life was so entwined with the early history of her family's kingdom that her lineal descendants have gone on to serve as the ruling branch of its royal dynasty. Erelu Kuti I was born the daughter of Lagos' paramount king, and was therefore the sister of his two immediate successors. Subsequently she became the consort of one of Lagos' chiefs. Then thereafter a chief in her own. The Ikedan Palace was the home of Erelu Kuti, mother of Ologun Kuteri and Shokin. The death of Adu, his eldest son, Gabaro, succeeded him. Gabaro's line became extinct because he had no child. Therefore, upon his death, Akinsamoyan, his younger brother, succeeded to the crown. The first Oba of Lagos was Adu, the son of Prince Ashipa from Ishiri Olafin and the daughter of the Oba of Benin Kingdom. Adu had 3 children, Gabaro, Akinsamoyan and a female, Erelu Kuti. While Akinsamoyan was ruling, Erelu Kuti married Alagba, the high priest that had predicted that her brother would become Oba. Alagba, an Ijesha man from Ilisha, subsequently served as a chief in the court of his brother-in-law. Because it was a taboo in those days to have twins, let alone triplets, the 3 boys were smuggled out of the palace. Due to the poor condition under which they were kept, 2 of them died, leaving one alive. This son went on to live an ordinary life as a commoner. Oba Akinsamoyan built a palace called Iga Alagba at Idumota for him because he could not belong to the Oba's household as a non-member of the royal family. Akinsamoyan, according to clan history, subsequently had a set of male triplets after having a number of daughters. Is said to have had other sons after the set of triplets. They are said to have been very young at the time of their father's death. Due to this, when Akinsamoyan died in 1749 after ruling for 44 years, Ologun Kuteri was made Oba in his stead, though the late king, Nt. pending when the eldest of his subsequent sons would come of age. As a sign of the love he had for his sister, before he died, he instead sanctioned the appointment of Ologun Kuteri as his successor. It is now believed by scholars of tribal history that due to Akinsamoyan's magnanimity, he did not see the need to perpetuate his branch of the dynasty by having one of his elder daughters serve as regs. That when Oba Akinsamoyan died, an adult son of Gabaro named Kakeri succeeded him. This Kakeri was then succeeded by Ologun Kuteri. It should be stated at this juncture, however, that a different account of the history of succession has been mooted by some. It states, descendants of Ologun Kuteri have been occupying the position of Oba of Lagos. The late Oba Oyekan II belonged to one of his descendant families from the official genealogy of the kings of Lagos. However, it is seen that Ologun Kuteri replaced Akinsamoyan in 1749. Since then, only the Now it may be asked how Erelu Kuti came to marry Alagba and what role Akinsamoyan played in the events that led to his sister's marriage. Well, according to the narrative, on the advice of Alagba, Akinsamoyan performed certain rituals and ceremonies which included putting up a white flag on what is now Victoria Island. The advent of both Christianity and its attendant civilizations. The Portuguese built Iga Idungaran Palace for Oba Akinsamoyan as a gift, a part of which is still in existence and is incorporated into the new palace. It is said that as a result of this, the Portuguese came and subsequently aided in the architectural advancement of his kingdom. This was the first contact with Europeans in this part of the world, and it heralded the ining part of his life. Oba Akinsamoyan agreed in gratitude for his years of service, offered him any of his daughters as a wife. satisfied that all was now well with Oba Akinsamoyan and his people. Alagba then expressed the desire to return to Ilisha for the Rima. While they were talking about this, Erelu passed by and heard what they were discussing. At a later time, she told her brother that she would gladly marry Alagba if he wished it to be so.